Hello, I am Akadai and welcome back to Guild Wars 2. Today I'm checking out the Dragon's Reach Part 2 for the Living World Season 2, which began August 12th, 2014. Some time ago, the villain Scarlet launched a devastating assault on Divinity's Reach. Now an anomalous source has accused Queen Jennah of being complicit in the attack. Unless her name is cleared, the Queen cannot leave her city to attend the upcoming summit. Work together with Kasmeer and Countess Anis to track these rumors to their source and lay this piece of political intrigue to rest. The Azura prodigy Taimi has made impressive progress on her waypoint recalibration device, but her troubles are far from over. Counselor Flunt is trying to interfere with Taimi's research and using his attendance at the summit as a bargaining chip. She may be brilliant for her age, but will Taimi be able to both finish her project and convince the Azura Counselor to attend the summit? I'd imagine so. So this episode opens up more land to explore in Drytop, rather. So I'll have to head there. It looks like maybe this area here. Oh yeah, there's a new skill point here. So I'll probably be heading there. And so I guess after this release, the Living World Season 2 will resume this fall, which was part of the notes for this update. Now I'm not entirely sure what that means, and they haven't really given a date on when the next one will be out. So I think that the next one won't be out during its usual schedule. So let's go ahead and click on this and see what's going on. Play this episode. Alright, let me check my mail here. Okay. Hope this finds you well. I'm afraid my efforts to get the Queen to the summit haven't gone as smoothly as expected. The Queen has had a situation arise that may prevent her from attending. I'll give you the full details when you arrive, but the short version is that someone is spreading rumors that Queen Jennah not only met with Evil Scarlet prior to the Queen's Jubilee celebration, but also conspired to give Scarlet the mechanical watch nights. This is, of course, ridiculous, but the Queen can't leave Divinity's reach until these rumors are squelched. Countess Anis has suggested that I use my intuitive ability to find the cad spreading the rumors and discredit them, but I don't want to do this alone. Will you come help me? Of course. So let's see here. The Living Treasure, which is the back item, the Mysterious Seed back piece from Episode 3, the Part 1, is still attainable, and what's more, you can gather new items and coax it to grow into an Ascended or Infused version. You can continue gathering geodes, Zephyrite lockpicks, and rare crafting materials as you work your way through the story. Now, I still have not crafted that back piece because I just haven't had the time to collect these Foxfire clusters. I'm kind of curious to see how much they are now. See if they've dropped more in price. Oh no, they've actually gone up since the last time I looked. So they're still quite expensive. I suppose if you're not interested in crafting that back item is you might make a decent amount of money selling these. So yeah, it definitely seems like a good way to make a little bit of money. So other than that, there's a slight update to the PvP. Those of you who love PvP will be excited to learn that we're adding in our first Living World reward track. Use the Arid Region reward track to unlock Season 2 rewards as you PvP. Now, I'm not much into PvP, so I'm not entirely sure what the Arid reward track is. Let's see here. So players who completed their mysterious vine and received a cultivated seed may now create new exotic and ascended back items and a plant that feeds on bloodstone dust. The Monkey King tonic and a new miniature now have a chance of dropping from new bosses throughout Drytop. And players can now earn higher discounts from Zephyrite merchants. There's also some new Blackline trading items and some new weapon skins, so I'm gonna check those out real quick. So we have some new Chaos weapon skins here. So I'll go ahead and do a preview on these, see what they look like. They're very shiny. So that's the axe there, dagger here. These are definitely very glowy and shiny. Here the focus. Great sword. Wow. And these are really bright. Hammer. I guess they might go well with the some of the skins you can get through your achievements. The really bright one. I forget what it's called. Longbow. Mace skin. Some of these kind of look like regular weapon skins that just have a... and the pistol's kind of cool. It's like a Western 6-shooter. Rifle. Scepter. Short bow. Staff. Sword skin. Yeah, like this one kind of has a Crichton sword look, but just has a different overlay on it. Can't trick me, ArenaNet. Torch skin. Warhorn. Shield. The shield might be pretty cool. Trident. Harpoon gun. And the spear. So to get these, you need to have a black line claim ticket, one of the gold ones. You can get those through the black line trading chests, and sometimes you can get them in these, or sometimes you can get the scrap tickets, and you can turn in, I think it's 10 tickets to get a full claim ticket. So there's been some other items added to the Blackline trading. There's a new mini Mordrum Lay Leecher for 500 gems if you like collecting minis. A new Wraith of Cooperation for 400 gems. This will replace the appearance of a helm. Okay, so it's a headpiece. What does this look like exactly? It's kind of like a... It's not very visual. Not sure I would spend 400 gems on that. That's just my opinion. And there's a utility primers are now available in the special category. Utility primer. So what does this do exactly? 12 hours. Any utility item consumed while the primer is active will have the same remaining time as the primer, rounded up to the next hour. Does not stack. I see. So you can get 1 for 150 gems, 5 for 550 gems, or 25 for 2,625. Alright, so enough of that. Let us continue on with the story here. So I need to meet with Kasmeer. So where exactly am I going? Am I in the right map zone? So here, it looks like I'm heading over here. Why do they want me to go to this one? I'm probably going to have to craft that back item at some point, because a lot of these items are really starting to take up inventory space. Alright, so it looks like the first part is just down here. Party politics. Here's Kasmeer.
Let me catch you up on what's happening. Queen Jennah can't attend the summit because someone has accused her of conspiring with Scarlet. The hearing is the same day. Someone's lying, and we have to figure out who. Soon as we know, we can confront that person and get them to recant their statement. We need to talk to everyone, find clues to the truth, and build evidence to defend the Queen. Once we discover who among them is the mastermind, we'll take action. But be careful. These people are suspicious and sensitive. Say something too blunt or off-putting, and they'll clam up. If we're obviously undermining their plans, they'll have us escorted out of the party, and it will all have been for nothing.
Well, this sounds all sorts of fun. Talk to everyone? I hope not. There's a lot of people here. And there's Queen, or
Introducing a
Anis.
hero who needs no introduction, the commander of the Pact, and accompanying the Kasmeer Mead.
Keep it together, Kaz. You can get through this. Be confident, like Jory.
Kasmeer, come over here. Don't look so glum. Care for an hors d'oeuvre? Hello, dear Kasmeer. Don't worry your little face over what the Herald's papers say. You'll always be noble in my eyes.
Countess Anis. That's direct, and kind of you to say. I'm afraid I don't feel particularly noble.
Then we must do something about that. Nobility isn't in the blood, as so many believe. It's in your choices. Your return to grace is only a pardon away. If your talent for detecting lies is all you say it is, well, let's just say I'm confident we can convince the Queen your value overrides your father's misfortune.
I only hope to be of some small service, Countess. Oh dear.
Great.
Okay,
Yep.
let's start picking apart everything they say. One of these ministers is spreading lies about the Queen.
Don't misunderstand, Countess. I'm certainly grateful to you for purchasing my billet and putting me to work.
Avoid
I'm just not
suspicious
sure I understand
activity
the
among
reasoning
the
behind
party
dragging me to
guests.
this soiree of yours.
Okay. Oh, there's a dark-looking Savari here. Although that might be slightly racist. I'm not gonna assume he's the bad guy. I suppose I need to talk to him though. Controls minds? Oops. Careful there, you don't want to be seen getting too friendly with the staff. Why are you here? I'm on the job, bodyguard for Countess. A somewhat more glamorous position than my last, I must say. You mean your position as prisoner? Yes, and thanks for stating the obvious, painful truth. Technically, I'm still a prisoner. It's just now my bars are lined with velvet. Don't let that fool you, though. I'm definitely not free. The Countess owns you now. That's harsh. I wouldn't say that. More like I'm on a loan to her from the prison. So long as I'm a good grunt, she'll keep me with her, and I don't have to go back in the cell. Planning on behaving yourself? Absolutely, I'm no fool. I could be in much worse situation than this.
Order.
Food. Where was I? I guess you could say I learned my lesson. I know I have a reputation for acting rashly. Those days are behind me. Pardon me if I don't entirely believe you. No pardon necessary. You're in a crowd of many watching me, like hawks. So far, Countess Anis has treated me with respect. I have no reason to betray her trust. Besides, she amuses me mightily. I'll be at the front of the hunting party if you mess this up. I would expect no less, though I do believe you might have a hard time catching me again. No offense intended. Yeah, you just watch yourself. Alright. So, a lot of these are just a bunch of noble people. So, I'm gonna try and find named NPCs. You can bring up all of their names by holding down the Alt button. That will highlight pretty much all the friendlies in their area. So what do you got here? Let's talk to this guy.
What can I do for you?
I was telling my old friend Akadai the other day, we really must do something about these bandits. They're a hazard. I have no reason to believe they're connected to the White Mantle. Can't distract me from seeing your one lying about the Queen. Well, I don't want to say that. That's a little too direct. White Mantle are gone for ages. Certainly no longer the force they were a couple hundred years ago, but I've seen their symbol in unexpected places. I believe they run the black market around here. Okay, I don't think it's him. Let's see here. Let's take a look what's back here. Okay, let's talk to this lady.
What?
You're a busy bee. Does that make you charming or does it make you nosy? Definitely nosy. They say you were in court the same day Scarlet was. I'll say this one, I guess. No, that was you. I saw her once in the throne room. She was having a quiet talk with the Queen. You, but why is someone of your caliber walking around the party with Kasmeer? Mead, her family is a bunch of criminals and gamblers. You're an idiot. She's my friend. Show her respect or I'll teach you some. You should perhaps keep your thoughts to yourself.
Care for an hors d'oeuvre?
I'm gonna go with this one. I believe you should mingle so others can bask in your glory. Huh. See about saying this one here. It's probably going to raise my suspicion here. Matter of a public record, who receives an audience with Queen and when? There were several people there that day. What did Scarlet want? She was soft-spoken. I doubt anyone heard her but the Queen and Countess Anis. It was as if they were conspiring. Did you see Minister Arton there? I believe so. I spent most of the time behind my handkerchief. The goat, or maybe it was the farmer, smelled so badly it made my eyes water. Huh. Okay. My mind is spinning. So much information. Can you make heads or tails of it? We've learned a few things. First, we know who was in court that day. Yes, a farmer with a goat. Okay. 2 ministers, Estella and Arton, and Scarlet. And we know that Akadai lets others do his dirty work for him. We've also heard that both Estella and Arton have seen Akadai lately. Must be one of them. Let's talk to Minister Arton first. Okay, where is he at? Guess he's at this marker here. Up there. So how do I get up there? Gonna get some food? Apparently not.
This shrimp bisque is fantastic.
Okay, how the hell do you get up there?
Stop right there. I don't care about your dog's
Go
new
all the way around.
You seem distracted, Countess. What are you looking for in this crowd? I could lend my eyes and ears to your search. If there's nothing in particular you need me to do, would you mind if I help myself to some of your refreshments? Am I really so dull? Well, here's something interesting. Would you like to know how long a severed head remains conscious?
What?
I suppose not. Do let me know if you need me to do more than make debutantes and fops uncomfortable.
Okay. Oh, this guy again. So I was telling my old friend Carticus the other day, we really must do something about these bandits. They are a hazard. I have no reason to believe they're connected to the White Mantle. Did you see Scarlet the day she had an audience with the Queen? I did. There were 4 of us on the throne room, in the throne room, with the Queen and Countess Anis, and the guards, of course. It was Scarlet, me, Minister Estella, and some dirty farmer with a goat. What the hell is a goat doing there? And the Queen spoke to Scarlet. Yeah, she was polite as always, but the Countess kept whispering in the Queen's ear. It was making us all nervous. Scarlet wanted permission to study with the engineer that designed the Watch Knights. What did the Queen say? She respectfully declined. Scarlet was the last in line, and the Queen left before there could be more discussion. Scarlet tried to say more, but the Queen apologized and hurried out. Anything else? The Savari Scarlet looked livid. She stormed out, shoving guards out of her way. She was rather frightening, actually. I imagine that's what Countess Anis saw that made her hustle the Queen away. Cass, does this testimony line up? Description of events perfectly match what Anis told me. Minister Arton is telling the truth. He must not be the one.
You've convinced me. It looks like Minister Estella's the one spreading this horrible rumor. Let's keep at it. If we're going to confront her, we'll need serious evidence to back us up.
I know for a fact that the Queen had a private talk with Scarlet. How? Everyone is saying it's what must be true.
Oh, okay, I guess I missed this person here. So, what's the deal with the farmer and the goat? Hello, we were just discussing how horrible it is that the Queen betrayed us all. That's just a bad rumor, a lie. No, it's not. I saw her in the Salma district shortly after nightfall. She wore a black woolen cloak with the hood up. The only reason I knew it was her was because I bumped into her and saw her face. Kasmeer? Her eye twitched when she said that. I don't think it's the truth. Okay. Am I saying I believe you to Kasmeer or to Lady Claire? Hopefully to Kasmeer. Hold on. Did you see her eye twitch? I don't think you should trust her. Okay, so that was the Lady Claire. They could have made that a little more clear. Listen, just between you and me, I may not be telling the exact truth, but they offered me a lot of gold if I'd say I was there. Please, you can't tell anyone.
Thank you.
You're gonna have to testify. Oh, alright. I'll testify that I was paid to lie, but I'll never say who paid me. I don't betray old friends. Still, I wasn't comfortable lying, but my son is ill. I hope the Queen will forgive me.
Good observation. I had a feeling she was lying. The Queen wouldn't hold a private meeting with just anyone, much less a Silvari with no political connections. This woman will testify.
Alright. Did my suspicion raise a little higher?
I'm very sorry to hear our clan
Let's see
weren't
her.
up to your high standards. We imported them direct this morning.
You must be mistaken.
Guessing the next person is... Oh.
I've said too much.
Oh, I missed what was said there. Oh, just a noble person. Oh, you're you! Yes. You're well known in these parts. The Queen recently mentioned you were hosting a summit she'd like very much to attend. That may be complicated. Oh, I know. Those lies Estella is spreading. Can you imagine her barefoot Queen skulking through the streets at night in disguise? It's laughable. You don't think she met with Scarlet? Let's see here. It sounds like she's telling the truth. I have a feeling if I select this one, it's gonna raise suspicion.
Here, I can get you some more.
Look at her breathing, it's even and calm. I believe she's telling the truth. Okay. In the throne room,
May I
yes,
take
but
a
not in the
glass?
streets.
If
A
you're
chartered
finished.
emissary visited the queen that night. While the emissary's sense left, the guard who was present will testify.
Countess
Okay.
Anis hardly ever lets the Queen out of her sight. She and the guard will corroborate the Queen's alibi.
Alright, looks like I just need
You
to
seem
find
distracted, Countess. What are you looking for in
one more person over here somewhere.
Is lying a prerequisite for being in the ministry?
Alright, let's talk to this guy. Whoop. I don't much care for Minister Estella. She has a brassness to her. I'm not surprised she turned on the Queen. Now we have to find evidence to discredit her. Like before, eavesdropping and rumor mongering. You're quite good at it, a natural one might say. We still have to be careful because
I can take that. Thank
they
you.
suspect we're... I think I just talked to Kasmeer. And to talk to this guy.
Need something?
Alright. Makes me so sad to think that the people who run our city, our kingdom, can't get along with each other. Now one of the ministers is spreading lies about the Queen. I'll pay for information you have on the lying minister. I've had some experience with ministers. Not all are bad. Who do you work for? See who he works for. Beg your pardon, I don't believe that's any of your business. Okay. I only asked because I see you here, ready to serve. If there's something you require, I recommend you speak with one of the party's servers. I am preoccupied with other duties. Okay, let's try this again. Well, I guess I will pay for information, and hopefully it won't cost me. Oh, that's generous, but I have nothing to say. I'm employed by Minister Arton. I won't shoot myself in the foot for a few coins. Well, crap.
You seem friendly.
I've had some experience with ministers, not all are bad. Both my wife and I work for ministers. They can be like night and day. My wife works for Minister Estella, I work for Minister Arton. Do you like your jobs? Most days, my wife has a harder time. Her minister has a gambling problem. If she's winning, she's fine. If not, she's dangerous. Should you know where Estella was at the night of the alleged meeting? Maybe. Estella often visits her old friend Lady Claire in the evening. Ask my wife if she knows what happened. She's a good woman and won't lie to protect a minister.
That's another witness who can help us prove the Queen's innocence. Nicely done.
Alright, looks like I'm getting very close on the suspicion meter here. I'm not sure what will happen if it goes all the way to the end. What do you think? Do we have enough evidence to discredit her accusations? Plenty. The servant's wife can testify that Estella met with Lady Claire. Maybe the threat of her testifying will be enough to shut this down. What else? We have multiple witnesses who say the Queen turned down Scarlet's request. Still can't believe Scarlet wanted to study with the Watch Knight engineer. Thank the gods the Queen turned her down, though that might explain Scarlet's anger when she attacked our city. What else? We know Estella's friend was lying to her. For a pouch of gold, you mean? Estella must have coached Lady Claire. I don't imagine it will be too hard to get her to testify to the lie. I guess they weren't such good friends after all. We're ready to confront Estella with the evidence.
Looks like we've got everything we need. Time to expose Minister Estelle for the liar she is.
Alright. The old coot.
Gentlemen, please leave. I see you've been busy socializing with the guests.
Yep. Hello, Busy Bee. I must manage blah blah blah. Send that again. I know all about you. Listen closely to what Estella says. When she's finished, don't be afraid to ask her to repeat what she said. Press her only when you're certain she's lying. Oh, great. I have a question. Is it true that you work closely with Lord Catechus? I used to work with Lord Catechus, but now that I'm considering retirement, I've started spending most of my time in the Ministry Library. I hardly ever see him. Admittedly, I occasionally do small tasks for him, but he's still recovering from that awful scandal. He keeps to himself most of the time. Even at parties, Lord Catechus is off doing his own thing, and I'm left to my own devices. I'm just a wallflower, really. Kismer, what do you think? She keeps backpedaling. Press her when she lies, and then present your evidence to counter her arguments. Can you repeat that? Okay.
I can take that.
I used to work with Lord Catechus, but now I'm considering retirement. Okay, so she's basically saying the same thing. That's not what I heard. Do I want to say that one? I guess we'll see and find out. Oh, that did move it a little bit. Why would I lie about something like that? He's my boss. Boss is boss. I don't work directly with him. I met someone who says you see Catechus often. Okay. So she's repeating that part again. You attended his garden party not long ago. So let me go ahead and go through these. Okay. So here's one with this. The different symbols here, I guess, are part of the hint. So let me see this one here. She keeps backpedaling, press her when she lies. Okay. Okay, we're just going through this again. I'll select this one this time. Whoa.
Where are your manners?
Guards, please escort these scandal mongers to the gates.
Oh no. This isn't what was supposed to happen.
The heck? Oh, that's disorienting. My goodness. What just happened? It felt like a mesmer spell. I think Anis created a diversion for us. Let's get back into that party. What the hell? I guess that's what happens when my suspicion level gets too high.
I thought maybe some well-placed bombs here.
It was rather random.
I can take that. Thank you.
Is this a party or a circus?
Confront the lying minister. I'm trying to. Okay, here we go. Know all about you, okay. Going through this again. Okay. So this one didn't work last time, so I'll skip that one. I guess I'll try this one again, see what happens. Oh yes, I'd nearly forgotten that. There was a large crowd there. I only saw the legate minister from across the roses. Handful of people there. So that did raise it, I guess, just enough. It looks like no matter what you do, it's gonna keep going up a little bit. I mean, if they're gonna just reset it with that little cutscene, I mean, what's the point of even having it there? Even at parties, Lord Catechus is off doing his own thing, and I'm left to my own devices. I'm just a wallflower, really. Okay. Shy, huh? Oh yes, I barely spoke with anyone during that entire party. Beautiful garden, though. The witness said you had an aside with Catechus. He talked, you nodded. Fine, he and I talked, but you never learned the topic of that discussion, and you can't prove it had anything to do with the Queen. I don't have to prove it, I just have to discredit you.
So perhaps I misspoke. Apologies. I shall revise my statement.
Care for an hors d'oeuvre?
Okay, guess I'm talking to her
Is
again.
this a party or a circus?
So what if I work with Lord Catechus? It means nothing. It doesn't change the fact that I was there when Scarlet had her
I can
audience
take that.
with the
Thank
Queen. Did you hear what the Queen discussed with Scarlet? No, they spoke too quietly, like schoolgirl friends, whispering so no one else would hear her. What the hell is this? Must have been lost in my own thoughts while the Queen and Scarlet conspired deviously. What, do I need time to read this? I heard the word watch nights. Isn't that bad enough? Do you know how many people died because the Queen gave Scarlet access to the watch nights? Why are you still interrogating me? She's the criminal. She's clever and slippery, but you can nail down those lies, catch her off guard when she slips up. Okay, telling her to repeat. Screw all friends whispering so no one else would hear. I'm gonna say she did hear everything. I heard hushed words, but I couldn't make out any of them. The Queen seemed pleased, though. Minister Arton heard everything. His ears must be better than yours. I must have been lost in my own thoughts while the Queen and Scarlet conspired deviously. I heard the Queen was escorted out for her safety. Yeah. You weren't there, you can't possibly know how they behaved unless you question the goat. I spoke with Arton. His version agrees with the Countess and the goats. Yes, well, one person's politeness is another's friendliness.
Aren't you the nosy one? If you must know, I'll tell you what really happened.
Oh, sure.
Skip the small talk.
Doesn't matter what happened in the throne room, the Queen arranged to meet Scarlet later that evening. She didn't want any of us to hear them, so she sneaked out. You're sticking by the claim that they arranged this in the throne room? Absolutely. Their foreheads were practically touching. They were so chummy, they agreed to something, and what else could it be?
That. Thank you.
So it was a brief... It was brief. A look, a smile. Maybe they'd already arranged to meet later. I don't know. All I know is that I saw them under the bridge. It was the Queen and Scarlet. I'm not the only one who saw her. There was another witness who came forward, a noblewoman. Why are you working so hard to protect Queen Jennah? She sold us all out, and now she's trying to cover her tracks. It was definitely Jennah in a red cape. Been whispering this whole time. I won't have it. It's rude. Seriously, alright. If you would please repeat the statement then. Okay. Yeah. You're crazy. Anis would never let Scarlet get that close to the Queen. I'm gonna have to agree with that part. Oh yeah, she was in on it too. All smiles and pet this and pet that. Minister Arton describes a very different atmosphere. So, it was brief. A look at... Okay, she's repeating that. Possible. What time did you see them? Let's go to the next one. The only one who saw her, there was another witness who came forward, a noblewoman. How many other witnesses do you have in your pocket? And why are you working so hard? You told your accomplice to say it was a black cape. No, it was a red cape, I think. Have you forgotten? You're trying to confuse me. It was a red cape, I'm sure of it. Dark red. If you and your old friend can't agree on the color of the Queen's cape...
Care for an hors d'oeuvre?
Wait, I remember now. The Queen was in a black cape. Yes. Countess Anis was in a red one. Did I forget to mention they were both there? You know, the Countess wouldn't let the Queen go anywhere alone. You're saying Countess Anis was there too? What? Clearly, we need to discuss this further.
This way.
Lying old hag.
I think we're done here.
Okay, we have to eliminate any doubt at all. If there's even the smallest chance that Estella is telling the truth, she's not, but we need to hear Anis say she wasn't under that bridge. I'm sure I'd sense if it were some kind of mesmer cover-up, don't you think? It doesn't matter. I'll know if the Countess is lying when we ask her. Anis is a good person. I don't think she's lying. Anis has always helped
Care
us
for
out
an hors
before.
Stop. Don't approach her. It's an illusion. I am elsewhere. Find me, and we shall talk.
What? Okay, so I guess that Anis is an illusion.
I can take that. Thank you.
Let's see her. There she is.
My apologies for the deception, but I must go to unconventional lengths to protect Kryta.
Countess, Minister Estelle is claiming that you were there at this secret meeting. She's implicating you.
Nonsense. I was at no such meeting. I did, however, receive a mysterious message signed only with the initial E. The note said that Estelle was in a bandit gambling parlor when she was supposedly spying on our queen. Reminding her of this will be enough to make her drop her lie. Faster than Farron's dignity.
Lord Farron. Use Anis's evidence to silence the lying minister.
It may have taken me a while, Countess, but I finally realized my part in your misdirection. If you can hear me through your illusion, don't worry. I will continue to draw the attention of your guests.
Quite clever.
You again? I hope you're not planning another interrogation. This is a party, if you haven't noticed.
I imagine Countess Anis had a lie to cover up her presence at the bridge. It's her word against mine. Actually, Minister, it's several people's words against yours. What are you talking about? Has someone said they testify against me? Well, a few have, actually. We have witnesses who will support Countess Anis's story. Traitors to the Ministry. Traitors! They'll find themselves in the streets soon. I doubt it. The Queen has positions for those who are honest and honorable. There are those of us who see through the Ministry's lies, and our numbers are growing. Joy would approve, eh, Cass? Goodbye, Minister.
I'll have you know I'm very well connected, and
Your connections can't help with this. We know what you've been up to.
What do you mean?
We know you couldn't have witnessed this supposed meeting with Scarlet. We hear you were busy meeting with some lobbyist that day.
Lobbyist? What are you talking about?
So much for subtlety. You were busy gambling with some ruffians.
Keep your voice down. That's a baseless accusation.
Is that so, Minister Estelle? Perhaps you and I should speak privately and sort this little mess out. Please follow my guards. I'll be with you shortly.
Busted.
Countess Anis, thank you for inviting us to your party. It's been an entertaining
Care for
and
an order?
productive evening.
No one is more delighted by your presence than I. With all that socializing and skullduggery, you must be craving the longest of naps. Now that this messy affair is out of the way,
I can take that.
I feel fairly
Thank
certain
you.
Queen Jennah will attend your summit. I think Minister Estelle will soon see the value in cooperating with me, rather than rotting in prison for treason. I may have use for her. On a separate note, I do hope you will stay and join the Queen's entourage, Kasmeer.
You mean travel with the Queen to the summit? I'd be honored.
Yes, I think that's the right play. You will, of course, have time to relay the full details of your father's story at that time.
Oh, I don't think the Queen would be interested in...
Nonsense. Now go. Say pretty things to my guests and enjoy yourselves for the rest of the evening.
Okay. You must visit more often. The party wouldn't have been nearly as much fun without you. The Queen sends her gratitude as well. She can now attend your summit. I'll be there as well, though, incognito. That's wonderful news. I appreciate your support, Countess. If you have no objections, jeez, I believe I will keep dear Kasmeer with me for a while. We have much to talk about, don't we, pet? One last question. If you knew Estella was guilty, why not just out her? Put simply, I'm too close to the Queen for my claims to be believable without support. I'd lose much if our dear Jennah were incarcerated, and the Minister knows it. That's where you came in. Understand. Well, I won't keep you any longer. Goodbye for now. Alright. So that first part's done. What is this? Chaos Orb. A humming emits from this orb. It could be amplified with an additional source of chaotic radiation. Okay, this I'm guessing
there you
is.
are, Countess. I trust I played my part in your charade this evening.
I want that. There, Blossom.
Care for an
You did
order?
very well as the sore green thumb at my affair. I'm sure everyone was far too intimidated by your glowering menace to notice it was an illusion standing beside you the whole time.
I can take
Yes.
that. Thank you.
I thought you seemed rather vapid.
Well, it looks like I have another item. I'm guessing this is for the upgrading for the back piece, which means more items in my inventory. Yay. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay, looks like I got some mail. Let's see. Waypoint news. I have good news and bad news. I'd ask which you want first, but you know, it's mail. So I chose good news first. As you may have noticed, my WRD, Waypoint Recalibration device, worked like a champion. I've been monitoring the Waypoint network, and as the workers repair the waypoints, the vines aren't attacking again. So, did I mention I'm a genius? Now for the bad news. It's Flunt. No surprise there, huh? He insists that I give him a personal demonstration of how the WRD works. It's as if he doesn't believe that my device is actually causing the change. I'm afraid he's going to try to weasel out of coming to the summit. Can you come by and be my backup? We may have to beat him up or something. Alright. So it looks like I'll be heading to Dry Top next. But for now, I'm going to end this video here. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned, because I'll be going forward with the story. And like, favorite, subscribe, and I will see you there. Okay, definitely want to watch for cliffs. That is a really big beetle. Holy crap. Oh, charges vulnerable from the front. Okay. Stop turning around. Oh, come on.